so. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya. Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya. Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya. Oh, Lord. Kumbaya. Well, hello.
I think I've gotten secondhand embarrassment.
Welcome back to the Unfiltered Exchange podcast, everyone.
Yes.
This is what happens when I'm in charge of doing the introduction.
You know, I've just told Chloe to, hey, just do a normal introduction, you know? What's wrong with that? But nah, she decided to sing. But
No,
I
that's
guess,
what happens.
I guess you've got everyone's attention now.
I know. Welcome back. And if you've seen the Addams Family, you will know that's where I found that song when I was a kid.
I wouldn't have thought it was from the Addams
When they're at the
Family.
summer camp.
I would have thought that it was like Sunday church. You go to church and they sing that.
No, it's
Yeah.
from the Addams Family when they get deported to summer camp.
Cool.
Anyway, welcome back to the Unfiltered Exchange. We are back again.
Yeah. And we hope everyone's had a good couple of weeks. Yeah. 'Cause
Yes.
I was going to say a good week, but now we film or
We're every
we
2
record
weeks.
every 2 weeks now.
Yes.
Yeah.
We hope everyone's had a good week. We'll start with like a weekly recap, I guess, because that's what we used to do. And, you know,
Yeah. You
it seems good. We always start
Yeah.
the episode with a weekly recap.
Our weeks have been pretty chilled, I would say, the last couple of weeks. Apart from wedding planning and dropping off things here and there.
Yeah, we've been dropping off wedding invitations, lots of planning,
Yeah.
lots of payments are due as well.
I know.
Deposits and stuff.
Bank account's not looking good at the moment. It's like,
Oh God.
you know when you get paid on payday, it's like, oh, I'm so happy it's payday.
Yeah.
Best day of the week. And then the moment it hits your account, the bills and the rent's like, ha, yeah, I'm gonna take that, my
Yeah,
guy.
it's just like, oh, did you forget about me kind of thing.
I'm here. Hello, car
Yeah.
rent. You know, car insurance, bills, and yeah, it's pretty much
Literally.
feeling like that at the moment.
Yeah. But yeah, weekly recap. I don't know
Yeah,
really
not much,
what else
not
to
much.
say. We had the long weekend. We just kind of chilled a bit. Yeah, we haven't really done much.
Boring. Well,
Yeah.
like boring. Well, pretty much like boring people. Like
We're not boring.
not all the
people.
time, but right now it feels like that.
Yeah. Oh, we had our friend Venetia's birthday.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ven.
Yeah, that was
We
pretty
had her
good.
birthday on Saturday.
Yeah.
And then Sunday, yeah, we were with Frankie's family.
Yeah, we had some personal stuff going on within my family. Won't go into too much detail, but it was a very emotional day. But it was also good to just be around family and
Yeah.
be with family. You know.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah.
And then that night we hung out with your cousin Prince.
Yeah.
And yeah, Monday
What a name, eh? Prince.
he's coming on the podcast soon.
Yeah.
I'm
what
gonna
a
force
name.
him.
What a name. I love it.
We watched MAFS as usual.
Drama as usual. I'm sure. Speaking of that, right?
Yeah.
Why don't we just go straight into that then? MAFS.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I don't know what else I was gonna say. I hurt my back.
Yeah. Not great.
I'm a cripple at the moment, so if I look a bit stiff on the couch, you know why.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You're trying to get all the comfort as much as possible, as
know.
many cushioning and, to help you
I've
out.
got cushions everywhere.
Yeah. Cushion lady. Yeah.
But going off MAFS, today's episode, we mentioned it ages ago. Like, our niche is really based on relationships, advice. Not that we're not forcing people to take our advice.
Nah,
but
just because we've been together for almost 8 years, don't take our advice. Like, no.
Every relationship. You're being a smartass. I'm being serious, man. I'm being serious because every relationship and every
I'm
person
kidding.
is different.
Yeah, that's very
So
true.
that's why I say we give advice. You don't have to take it. That's just our perspective. But yeah, that's pretty much what we'll be speaking about today. Love, relationships, toxicity, happiness. All the things. But yeah, we've also got a Q&A that we did on Instagram as well that we can go into. When
Yeah.
do you want to do that?
We
We can do it now if you want.
Yeah, let's do it now.
Let's just do it now. We'll get it out of the way.
Yeah.
So we put up on Instagram a Q&A, which we keep anonymous unless we are advised to use your name.
We ain't trying to expose people unless we need to. You know, obviously to give us the permission.
But yeah, if you guys ever submit anything, just know that we keep your name anonymous, and that if you say you can tell people who this is, we will.
Yeah.
But in this case, we're not exposing anyone.
Okay.
So the question on our poll, on our Q&A was, what's the most important thing you look for in a partner?
Ooh.
We haven't done that in a while.
Yes.
But what's the most important thing you look for in a partner? And we got, how many responses did we get?
Quite a few.
We got quite a few.
Oh, that's good.
So I'm gonna read them out.
Yeah.
Because Frankie can't speak English.
No, I can't. And as you've all seen, if you go back to our previous episodes, my reading sucks. So
his reading is not the best.
Yeah. Take over, babe. Yeah.
But we're gonna go into it. I'm gonna read them out. So first, love and loyalty.
Solid.
Good. A nice smile, smell, and sex.
Straight to the point.
Straight to the point.
Love it.
Love it.
Lots of sex.
Love it. Not opposed to it.
Yes.
Next, willing to listen to my heart and needs, as well as respecting themselves and their feelings. I like that.
I like that.
That's important.
It sounds like it's going both ways. Not just one way.
It's not a one-sided thing.
Yeah,
that's
very
good.
nice. Very healthy. Yes.
Yeah. Next is big heart.
How big are we talking about?
I don't know, it just says big heart.
I know.
A big heart is important, but the problem with people with big hearts is that they easily get manipulated and hurt.
And taken advantage
of.
Big time, yeah.
So, not too big, I guess.
I mean, good to have a big heart, but also protect it, you know?
You need to protect your heart, your peace, and your sanity.
Yeah, because there's people out here that will do you dirty.
Yeah, 100%.
Literally, yeah.
100%. The next one is hustle, loyalty, and respect.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Wait, is that a reference to something?
It's John Cena's.
Oh! I was about to say, that's really nice.
I see you.
You know who said that, don't you?
I see you, my boy. I see you.
All right. Anyway, here I am thinking, what a lovely comment to make. Because,
hey, all the WWE fans out there, they know what's up.
That's bad. I was just about to say, that's really sweet.
It is sweet,
Everyone loves a hustler.
Yeah, but I don't think man lives by that code anymore, if you know what I mean. Yeah, but
Frankie, thank God you're here.
Hey,
I would have sat here being like, oh, that's lovely.
See, this is why you need to get into wrestling. Anyways, rest my case.
I know.
Yes.
Next. Family values.
Big one.
My big thing, personally, is if you can treat your family well.
Yeah.
And if you have siblings, especially sisters.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that relationship really dictates how you treat
another woman.
Another woman.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And like who like other than your mother, like your sisters are
that's a massive green flag, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you can show that not only your sisters but just females in general or somebody of the opposite sex, you know what I mean, you've got that respect, that's a big green flag.
No, definitely. That was one thing actually I remember speaking about it in the podcast.
I think you've mentioned it before.
I have. That's what kind of drew me towards Frankie, because I saw the way that he treated and had so much love for his not just his younger sisters but his older sister as well, and his nieces. So that is important.
That's vice versa as well.
Like
Same thing with you as well. Yeah. That's a massive green flag. So big shout out to whoever wrote that.
Well, there you go. The next one here is how they treat others, especially family.
Yeah. So from what I'm getting, family is a very focal point.
It is.
It has to be.
I think so.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah. Next one is arse and titties.
Hey, yo. You like what you like, my boy. Hey, you like what you like. Old girl? Yeah. Do your thing, yo. Yeah. It's 2025. Shit, we don't discriminate. You like what you like.
I'm not opposed to that one either.
Yeah, me neither.
I love it. And we'll finish on a really good...
What?
Your face.
Did you see what I did?
You got a smile.
It is what it is.
Oh, my God. And finally, we'll end on a good note.
Yes.
A good heart.
Yeah. Very important.
Heart.
Yeah, I just want to say, very solid poll. Very good answers.
It was a very good poll.
Yeah, hey, you know what? It shows that you guys know what you're saying or what you want.
Yeah.
You know what you want, not what you're saying. You know what you want. So, a lot of green flags there.
I think it's important.
Yeah. But I also think, like, in 2025, like, dating is all over the place now. People just want to be treated equally, respected.
Yeah,
you know?
I don't know. Just because a lot of our friends are single and we just hear some of the shit that they're going through. It's fucking... Sorry. It's shocking.
Hey, don't apologize. Well, unfiltered.
I know. I always say sorry, but I'm not sorry.
Yeah,
it's just, it's a what's it called? A reaction?
A reflex.
Yeah. But honestly, I couldn't agree with you more there.
Yeah.
But the dating pool it seems so scary. I'm so happy, like we've got each other, because I don't think I would be able to, like, mentally.
Yeah, no, I'm not mentally prepared for that. I'm not mentally, like...
It's a lot.
It's a lot to take in. And
it's a lot, man.
If I'm being honest, if I hadn't met you, shit, I'd just be single, living my best life, in the sense, like, I have my privacy to myself, play video games.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what you mean. Privacy to yourself.
I would, because if I'm being honest, I'm the kind of person that I don't want to deal with bullshit. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want to play the whole chasing game. Like, you're supposed to chase. Nah, I ain't about that. Like, it's either you like me or you don't. I'm not here. We're adults. I don't have time on my hands to be chasing you around like you're the only person on the face of the planet. It doesn't work like that, you know?
Yeah.
But speaking of relationships and dating, we said let's just touch on MAFS a little bit. We won't go too much into...
Hey, before we do, can you turn the air conditioner off?
Yeah.
Please. It's freezing in here.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Sorry, we're up. So where we film in our home, we are upstairs, and the heat rises to the point where upstairs is literally a sauna.
Yeah.
So tonight is the first night we're filming with the air conditioner on, and I'm frozen.
And we don't want you coughing as well.
I know, I haven't coughed yet.
don't jinx it.
I know.
But
sorry, just a little disclaimer quickly for you guys.
But we're gonna do a whole episode on MAFS, but there was something concerning on last week's episode with Big Dave.
Sorry, ASMR from my water bottle.
Nah, you're good.
Yes.
Big Dave.
Lots of
Jamie.
controversy there. They were like the couple that, like, I loved them.
You were drawn to them, yeah?
I did. I liked her because she's a WOG, number one.
Yeah.
We love a good European girl because, representation is good.
Yeah.
They have only had one African girl on there, actually. They need to be more diverse. This year is full of WOGs. Where's all the Africans? Where's all the Asians? Where's the representation, man?
Yeah, you got to ask Channel 9, babe. But
this year, I was like, yes.
I thought last year was, like, probably, like, the benchmark, like, that was starting it. You know,
I know.
With the ethnicities, but look, there's still representations there, right? But speaking of Dave and Jamie, I just find it scary how man just lost feelings like that.
He switched up way too quick. That's really concerning.
Very concerning.
I think she's getting out at a good time, honestly, because why did he change so quick after he what's it called? They had the couple swap.
Yeah, after he was with Veronica. Now
she has problems.
I reckon,
oh my god, I don't even know if I can speak like this on here.
I reckon she's poisoned his mind a little bit and giving him a bit of a different perspective on his partner. But in talking about poisoning and things like that, right? Yeah, no, go on.
I had my friend last night, we went out.
Yeah.
She said that there's a conspiracy because when they did the couple swap and Jamie was with Adrian, Jamie was making jokes about how, you're going to have a heart attack right now, how their apartment, Adrian's apartment was haunted. Did you see that?
I think
she's out of every apartment, your apartment's haunted.
Yeah.
Apparently, Jamie and Dave's room is next door to Adrian's. So they're thinking that the possession and the scary haunted shit was Dave and Veronica.
Man was getting possessed in that.
That's what they think was the noise.
Oh, that's nuts.
Because she could hear shit and she's like, oh my God, of course your apartment's haunted, Adrian.
Man's like 7 foot tall. So, I mean, shit, if he was going at it and the apartment was next door,
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
I don't know. I heard that and then I saw it on TikTok today.
Oh, that's crazy.
I'm sorry, but how can he change like that? Like he was trying to defend himself on the couch saying that. He
switched up real quick.
Yeah, but he said on the couch that he wasn't falling in love, apparently. He never said that.
Yeah, but in his defense.
Oh, what?
In his defense, though, not that I'm trying to save him, right? I ain't trying to save nobody. But I kind of found it very, very strange. Not strange, but a little bit like, oh, yeah, like pump the brakes a little bit. That Jamie felt in love with him in 6 weeks. Like,
yeah, but listen, Frankie, the whole point of this thing is by the 6th week, you should at least have some type of feeling towards your partner.
Yeah.
Because it would have made it known.
Yeah, but the thing is here with Jamie, the moment she saw him down the aisle,
because
she was speechless because, oh my God, he's 7 foot tall. He's covered in tats.
He was literally what she wanted looks-wise.
Yeah.
So she was probably happy that he looked the way she wanted him to look, right? But he's played the character well because they haven't had problems up until this point and it's almost done, which is when everyone should be starting to fall in love with each other.
Yeah, I reckon it all started at the when they went on the fake, like the house with like the group.
Yeah, but he backed her when all that shit was happening.
Yeah, but then low-key I felt like he started to feel a certain way. You know?
Oh, true. Babe, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Regardless, at this far along, you can't change with the click of a finger. Like that's like a personality thing. Because how can you be so head over heels with Jamie and have all these feelings towards each other, being the model couple out of everyone? Like they you know,
they were the stand, like they set the standards.
Yeah, and they were vouching for everyone to the complete opposite, and he just looks like he doesn't want to have anything to do with her.
Yeah, but also Dave was coming to the defense of all the women there, and like, you know, calling out some of the guys and stuff like that. If anything, he should be called out on that because for a lot of the guys, you could see it, but you couldn't see it. Like, yeah, but it's more mentally, you know what I mean?
Apparently, he applied for F-Boy Island as well. He was engaged. Dave was engaged. His ex-wife, fiance, whatever, came out as well. There's a lot coming out against him.
Yeah.
I don't think the experts or whoever there's like a lawsuit. Everything's going down this year. MAFS, I think, is the last year.
You reckon?
Oh, people are saying it. But that what they've done this year, they've
it sounds like they haven't.
It's been a mess.
But it sounds like they haven't done a lot of research on these people.
So many people know each other. TJ and Jamie were together before. Did you know that?
Yeah, I know that.
TJ,
the photos came out.
TJ and Jamie. Karina and the French guy already knew each other. Yeah, and then Ree and Jeff already knew each other as well.
Yeah.
And then who's the French man?
Paul. We already said
Paul
that.
was with Afina's sister.
Yeah, twin sister.
How is everyone related in a way?
Well,
they all know each other. That's fucking crazy.
But that's... We won't keep going further into it.
Oh my God, because, we're going to have a full MAFS recap. We're just juicy, deep.
Yeah,
oh.
we'll leave it there, but that begs the question though, right?
Yes.
You ask, how do people...
What's your question?
No, like we say, how people know each other. Well, that's dating in 2025.
Yeah, I get
we
that.
We can't relate because we've been together for so long, but it feels like for a lot of people dating out there, everyone's mixed, like everyone's messing with everyone to the point where even though you're in a big space like Melbourne, it can feel like it can feel small because in the nightclub scenes, in the nightlife scenes, everyone knows everyone because everyone's got literally, like word spreads.
Everyone,
like, you know what I mean? So we were questioning the experts and stuff like that, but even if they did deep, thorough research, I guarantee you somebody still would have known someone.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I would love to be an expert on that show, man.
The experts.
I wouldn't even give them like relationship advice. I would tell them how to be fucking normal, better people.
Yeah, personality advice because a
lot
of them
they're validating some dumb shit.
Yeah, a lot of them, their personalities and their values is like questionable. You question it. You're like, yeah, this is a big red flag. It ain't normal. There's something ain't right there.
It's what my last point before we're gonna move on. My biggest concern with these experts is that when Karina, which is so funny because that's my sister's name. When Karina came out saying that she slept with the rapper, who is apparently Quavo, and Paul got really angry and punched the wall, right? I'm not condoning violence, whatever. He lost his shit, right?
Yeah.
But he's then come out saying that he was with Cleo, right?
Yeah, Athena's sister.
Yeah, and sister. But in the midst of everything happening, Karina's claiming that she's a devoted Catholic. I'm sorry, I'm Catholic in myself. I'm a Catholic, right?
Yeah.
I'm not a devoted to the Bible. Look, I have a religion, but I'm not going to sit here saying I'm a full-on religious person. You can practice it a lot
more than what you do.
Exactly, right? Yeah. But I identify as a Catholic.
Yeah.
As a Catholic that she is portraying herself to be, they literally changed to a scene of her and her family praying at dinner and her saying that she went to church on a Sunday and how she's a devoted Catholic. You don't go around boasting about who you've had sex with.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to go by the book and all that stuff, you're not meant to have sex before marriage.
Yeah.
But she's claiming she's a good Catholic, all this stuff, but she's boasting to literally Jeff and Ree, who they've known for, she's known him for 5 minutes about who she slept with.
Yeah,
right?
that's
but as soon as Paul turned around and said, "Oh, I slept with Athena or Athena's sister or whatever they had," she got defensive and
her whole world was crumbling.
I understand it's awkward when you find out who your partner's been with in the past. I get that, but don't sit here saying you're a devoted Catholic if you're not going to practice what you preach.
Yeah,
because it just doesn't add up that she can say, "Oh, I slept with so and so," but then as soon as he says it and it's an actual person that they have, it's like saying right now, you like Nia Long, right?
Yeah, she's
your celebrity crush.
Yeah,
and you sit here and you go, "Yeah, I slept with Nia Long."
Yeah,
I'm gonna sit here and be like, "Oh my god, like that's awkward." Blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
but then you could sit here and say, "I slept with your cousin," right?
Yeah, but the difference...
It's because that person, you can actually physically see them a lot more.
But the thing is, regardless if it's a celebrity or somebody you know personally, it's not okay. But but this is where we try and justify, it's okay because it's a celebrity. But the reason...
That's what I'm trying to say. I feel like I'm talking too much.
But the reason for that is because the person is so far away, you don't have to see them on a day basis unless you turn on the TV and it's like,
right.
That's there. But if you don't go seeking for it, it's not in your face. Whereas with somebody that's personally, when you go out on a night out or you're with family and friends or friends of a friend, you can come across them. The chances of you coming across them is a lot higher. Yeah. So you have to be in their presence a lot more.
There's a lot of double standards there.
A lot of double standards.
Because Paul was allowed to feel that way.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Imagine
you've
met Athena, you've made this relationship with her, whether he told her at the beginning or not, it's still awkward. You can feel however you want to feel, but you cannot get upset that he got angry when you said you slept with the rapper.
Yeah.
Like that just... there's the double standards there baffled me.
But I also think with Paul, because you all good? I kid you not, every time we're filming, Chloe's got to do something. It's either a water, it's a cough, she hits her head.
I just got water all over my mouth. Do I have dribble lines?
Nah, you're good.
Oh,
you're good.
Great.
You're looking good for the camera, looking good for the people. But
take it easy.
Okay.
Sorry, we haven't had a button.
Yeah.
In a while.
It's probably a bad idea having that button next to her.
I know.
We'll get back on to what we're talking about. I was just gonna say before your water incident, I think they should have kicked Paul off the show though. Honestly, I do, because the field I work in, right?
Yeah.
With my line of work and dealing with young people and dealing with families, what he did there, I feel like Channel 9 is low-key saying that it's okay to portray some sort of DV act. They should have kicked him off the show. No second chances. Yeah. If you punch a wall, that is an early indication and an early sign of aggression, And the next time it might not even be the wall, it might be somebody else.
Yeah, this is where I was watching a TikTok because a couple of years ago, a female smashed a glass or she threw a wine glass.
I think it was the Asian one or something like that.
Frankie, I have no idea.
It was a while ago, like 2 seasons ago. Yeah, but yeah. It was like 2-3 seasons ago. Yeah.
And she smashed the glass and I was watching, I don't know who it was. I think it was Domenica.
I'm not sure
she
who it was.
She smashed the glass,
they were Asian,
and then she apologized, and then apparently whoever smashed the glass got a tattoo of a smashed wine glass on her after it, right? But when that happened, apparently the management and like the filming crew did absolutely nothing because
it was
TV. A female.
Yeah, but also
it was good TV. It was drama. It was bitchiness. It was like your typical girl on girl drama.
Yeah,
that like. Either you get splashed in the face or you smash a glass.
You just take it for what it is.
So nothing got done. Nothing got done.
But then again, what kind of message is that sending?
That's what the video was about because it was the girl that was not the victim or the one that she smashed the glass because of.
Yeah.
Like, a victim.
Yeah, she was a victim. But that's what I'm saying because you're telling me we can do that on TV and get away with it because it makes good TV.
Yeah, they're really
you know,
what's the word? They're really marketing a lot of weird shit this year.
They're marketing a lot of toxic shit, and that's gonna lead into our next segment, toxic shit, right?
What are you doing in my
Oh my god.
Frankie planned this whole episode.
Yes, I did.
I'm just here for the fun, and I was here for the introduction of Kumbaya.
But have you noticed how we were like, oh, we're not going to go too much into MAFS?
I could sit here.
This one?
I could sit here and talk about MAFS all day. Because I can't speak about it at work. I don't think anyone watches it.
Nah. Oh, you never know
unless you ask.
Unless you ask.
I haven't
asked. But like we said previously, we're going to do a full episode just breaking our recap on this once the show's over and
once
done with.
The show's done, I think we should go through each week.
Oh, we will definitely, especially from the weddings. But yeah, like I said, that was going to lead into our next topic of discussion, which is like the fine line between being toxic and passion. What's the fine line being between that? So it goes, why do people mistake drama for love? Many people equate intense emotions with deep love, right? If a relationship is full of highs and lows, they think it means they're passionate.
Did you write this? Look at you.
Doesn't matter who wrote it. I did my research.
Oh, okay.
I did my research,
but
people.
Did you write this?
No.
Oh my god.
Bruh, I ain't able to write something this good. Nah, but I did my research, right?
You can't speak English.
Okay, let me read the question first and then we'll go on.
Go for it, Frankie.
So, many people equate intense emotions with deep love. If a relationship is full of highs and lows, they think it means they're passionate. But in reality, love shouldn't feel like an emotional roller coaster. For example, how many times have we heard someone say, "We fight all the time, but we always come back to each other, so it must be real love." But is it real love or just a toxic cycle? Dun, dun, dun.
I just had to. I just thought of the goat.
I'm going to keep saying this. There's somebody probably driving and they're listening to us. I apologize in advance.
I'm sorry, but if you've been here long enough, you know I've got some special problems, man. Frankie, everyone's going to see the couch.
Okay,
so I think relationships are an emotional roller coaster. I think so. You go through so many different stages and so many different things as a couple. Like, okay, here's a good one. When Frankie and I met, I had got diagnosed with PCOS, which, long story short, it causes fertility problems. It causes a lot of problems, right?
Yeah.
So here I am, thinking I've met the love of my life, which I have, right? Young girl, met the love of my life. I'm not well. I'm going to the doctors. I'm going... All my hormones were out of whack.
Yeah.
I was seeing a doctor who told me you probably won't be able to ever have kids.
Yeah, which was bullshit, but anyways.
It is. It's bullshit because you can reverse it and change your life and fix it. Anyway, that's what I've done. Life is good. Life is great.
We're chilling.
Anyway, this was not even a month in, I don't think.
Yeah.
I already had to have that conversation with him saying, I understand if you want to leave, because at the end of the day, if I can't have kids and I can't give you what you want and what I want, don't stick around and go to someone else.
Which is fair.
But in saying this, right, when having this conversation, in the back of my head, I'm like, if he truly loves me and can feel a connection, he will say, that is fine. I don't care. Whatever it is, we'll get through it and we will do whatever we can to have children in the future.
Which I did.
Which is what he did. So in the back of my head, all these emotions, that was an emotion. That was the first thing that ever happened. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And we'd already gone through so many emotions, happiness, you know, all like happiness, consideration, and then that. Yeah. So shock, sadness. I was anxious. I was scared. I was worried that I was going to lose him because I'm like, we've built something good in this short amount of time, and now he's going to probably leave me because I can't give him what he wants. Yeah. And I can't, you know, I'm not going to be happy. I'm not getting what I want either. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I thought if he truly loves me and he really feels a connection here, my circumstances that I've just been told won't mean anything. It'll just be a curveball in the future. Yeah. Or I would be open to, you know, figuring out what we can do together. That's right. So I'm not going to sit here and say that relationships are not an emotional roller coaster, because they are. They are. There are so many things that people go through in when they're with someone. Yeah, I was just going to grab the water, but sorry, go on. Move the blanket, man. People can see the wog couch. Sorry, go on. I don't know. I have to say with that statement, I think relationships are an emotional roller coaster. Yeah, and I agree with you, especially in the context of what you've explained. But like what you explained, everything's totally valid and it makes a lot of sense. But I think when I read that, the examples that came into my mind was, like what you explained, those are good roller coasters, but I think they're important roller coasters. But I think for a lot of people, it's not actually that. It's just over like the littlest and pettiest little things, like things that don't really matter or not. Like, I'm gonna try to get comfy. You know, like what you were just saying, that matters because that is some real life shit, right? Yeah, that's real life conversations. But for a lot of people, or for some, I shouldn't speak on everyone, is things such as, oh, who you texting? Oh, no. You know, like, oh, you know, you didn't do this, so you don't love me. Like, it's the little things that can create such small fights. Like, if you're fighting over every single thing, a conversation can be had. Yeah, that's a problem. That is not a healthy relationship. No. I was coming more of it from, like, mature things that happen. Like actual serious problems in a relationship. Yeah. Like emotion, like things that would take a serious emotional toll on a relationship. Yeah, but so with this example it's given here, like we fight all the time, but we always come back to each other. So it must be real love. What are you fighting all the time over? People fight. People in relationships fight. Yeah. We freaking just had a fight before we started filming. Thanks for telling the whole world. I'm sorry. It's unfiltered exchange, man. I'm not going to sit here and say we don't fight. We're a perfect couple. Yeah, but not all the time. It's normal. Not all the time, but no. But it's normal to have disagreements. I'm not saying that it's not normal to have disagreements. Yeah. That's not the message yet. It's when all the time. What do you mean all the time? Like every day? Yeah, there's people that... Oh, well, then leave the person then. Fuck that. Don't stay around. But that's the thing. People stick around and they say, oh, is this what your point is? This is my point, yes. Okay. This is the whole point of it. If you're fighting every day and it's over unnecessary bullshit... Like over little petty little shit. Fuck that. I would leave. Bye. But then they're saying, though, like, people... They fight and just come back to each other. And they normalize it. So it's like, when you're not fighting, it's like something's wrong with our relationship. We have to be crazy. Okay, that's a problem then. You know what I mean? That's not normal. But that happens. I know what happens, but you can't sit here and be like, oh, I'm bored, I'm going to start a fight. People do that. I've done that once with you. People do that. I've done it once with you. Well, there you go. It was a long time ago. I did it once. She did it once. I did it once. You did it once, but then there's people out there that do it on a day-to-day basis. Yeah, no. You know? But, and we've all done things we're not proud of, but in that context, yeah, definitely toxic, leave. If you're fighting every day over an actual problem that, you know, it's going to affect your future together as a couple.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's valid.
I'm saying if you're fighting every day over, oh my God, you didn't empty the dishwasher. Oh my God, we ran out of milk and you didn't put it on the shopping list. Oh, like little shitty fucking, you didn't turn this off. Like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Get over it.
Yeah.
Just deal with it. That's dumb. I'm saying like you're fighting every day because she's cheated or he's cheated.
Yeah.
Or like big things. Or you forgot to fill up my car with petrol after you used it. Now my car's broken down.
Yeah. Well, there's no point because there's no point. What do you call it? What? There's no point staying with somebody and going through that every day. That's not healthy for both parties.
No.
If you can't agree on anything, why are you even together in the first place?
I'll tell you guys a funny story.
Go on.
Because, you know, we have to make it relatable.
Yeah.
When I was in year 12, Mr. Frankie said that he was going to wake up early and pick me up and take me to school.
Uh-oh.
He used to live in Laylaw, so I always said to him, please don't worry, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I'm waiting at the front of my house. I had to leave. We had to leave my house by 8:15, the latest. I'm waiting. I'm ringing him. I'm still at home.
I'm not a morning person, by the way.
I'm ringing him. There's no answer. No answer, no answer, no answer. It got to 8:30. This fucking banana head was sleeping and didn't put his alarm on.
I was out like Drake said, I was out like a light.
He was out like sleeping, dead to the world sleeping. Wakes up and rings me and goes, babe, I'm leaving now. It was 8:40. I couldn't even walk to the bus stop because by the time I got to the bus stop, I would have missed the bus. I would have missed multiple buses.
There was no point.
So I started walking down bloody Miliara Road. If you're from the area, you know how busy that road is. He picked me up from the bloody car wash. I didn't talk to him.
Yeah.
I did not talk to him. He dropped me off at school and he said, bye, love you. I got out of the car, slammed the door. He went back home and went back to bed. And didn't have a job. So I didn't speak to him.
Hey, why you gotta roast me like that?
Because
did they really need to know that?
We've spoken about this.
Yeah, but they probably could have forgotten. Now
I didn't have a job either.
You reminded everyone that I was a bum.
Relax. I was working. I had a job, but I was working at a supermarket.
He was a brokey.
I don't think you were working at the time.
Nah, I'm kidding.
And that was something that I thought was worth fighting over because he made me late for school in year 12 and I was already on my third strike. I'd already been pulled up multiple times for being late. I was late again. You didn't even put an alarm on.
Yeah. I'm not
and you didn't even answer your phone.
Even till now, I'm not a morning person. I never have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, that I feel like situations like that.
Valid to fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair point. All right. So we'll move on to the next one, right? Love bombing. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yes. How to tell the difference between true affection and manipulation. Love bombing feels like a dream, but however, it's constant attention, over the top affection, grand gestures. But what's the real motivation behind it?
Okay. Love bombing.
So have you ever experienced love bombing before? And if so, how did it feel at the time?
You can be a little bit much sometimes.
Yes.
He's so fucking clingy.
I can be very clingy at times, I will admit that. But it's just because I love you so much, as people would say. But no,
what is love bombing? Just like excessive love?
All the time, like, oh, where are you going? Like, take me with you. Or, for example, when you're with your mates and either your boyfriend or your girlfriend is always around. Like, you can't have a boys' night without your girl being there. Or you can't have a girls' night without...
Is that love bombing?
That is definitely love bombing. That is definitely being clingy and
I would say clinging. I wouldn't say love bombing.
It's the same thing. Clingy, love bombing, however you want to call it.
Okay.
It's overly excessive. Like,
okay, I don't like girls that go to boys' nights.
Yeah.
And I don't like boys that goes to girls' nights.
Yeah, nah, fuck that.
No, I always still to this day still have girls' nights.
Yeah.
I go out with my girls. My girls come here, and even if the girls come here, he's upstairs. He comes and says hi, and he's upstairs
and then I go
on
away.
his game.
Yeah.
Like, you got to have those boundaries. But love bombing.
babe. It's literally just being clingy, right? I'll give you an example for a lot of guys that do game. Sometime when a guy comes from work, he just wants to say hi to his missus and then eat something and hop on the game, right?
Yeah.
Okay. For some guys, they can't even do that without it being problematic. Because their missus will come around, you're always on the game, you never pay any attention to me, blah blah blah. Like, I want all this attention. One, if he's if he's on the game, he's concentrating, he's having a good time, he's at home, he's safe. That should be the most important thing. If she's doing her thing in the house and she's safe and she's just having time to herself, that's a good thing. You rather your partner safe and happy than you driving them out of the house because you're continuously nagging, complaining about how you're not getting enough attention, enough time with them, and you're always wanting to be around them. At the end of the day, people forget when you come into relationships, you were previously individually a person by yourself.
Yeah.
So sometimes people forget that even if you live in the same house or apartment, you still need to give each other time and space to do things that you want to do or I want to do. So it can be overwhelming for a lot of the times for people when you're continuously clingy or
you need space for yourself.
You do.
You need space for yourself. Fuck that.
But it comes back to this again, right? Like some people haven't been given a lot of attention and love when they were young.
Yeah.
So as soon as they start getting that, it's like they don't know how to handle it, and they continuously want that. They continuously want that.
We left the window open.
Yeah, we left the window open. Car just went by.
Yeah.
But yeah, how do you feel about that though? Like,
I don't know. Like, look, you have to have your own personal space because, like you said, before coming into a relationship, you were separate people. So you do have, the things that you like to do that keep you sane as well.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes he goes to the gym by himself. Sometimes I go to the gym by myself.
Yeah.
Or, like, he'll be on his game and I'll be in the bathroom having my everything shower. Yeah. And I just want to be alone and I want to straighten my hair and I want to shave and I want to do my fake tan and I want to just be alone. Like, even sometimes, like, when I'm getting ready to go out and we're going out together, he wants to sit on the floor while I'm doing my makeup just to be in the same room. And I'm like, bro, really?
Yeah, well, you're doing your thing, I'm doing my thing. I'm usually on the phone sometimes.
I know, but it's like, see that? That's like me time.
Yeah. So
it's
that's a perfect example. Like, I may not mean it, and like
No, you don't mean. I'm not saying that as a jab. I'm just saying as an example of like times where I would prefer to be alone. This man's on the floor. Once he fell asleep on the floor with my bra on his eyes because he just wanted to sleep. And I wanted to be in the same room as you.
It was my sleeping mask.
Yeah, so I was doing my makeup. I turned around and this man's on the floor with my bra on his eyes, like eye mask. Like, and see, like a situation like that where I would prefer to be alone and not have some random muscly man on my floor sleeping.
But the other thing I was going to say as well, right? When you're overly clingy, and some like. Each their own. Some people do it without even knowing that they're doing it. But
I feel like we're sitting here saying all this, and we're probably like that.
Yeah, but it's like, but then there's people that do it knowing that they're doing it, right?
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
Look, we are very affectionate, like, and we always have been. But I'm not going to sit here and say we're still in our honeymoon phase.
No, we're not.
No way. That like looking back was vomit worthy. Like, it's just too much.
Yeah, but I was just gonna. The other thing I was gonna say as well is that overly.
There's a spider.
Where?
There's a spider.
Okay, don't concentrate on it.
It's little. Sorry, I just saw it. What were you saying, sir?
I'll get back to it. When you're overly clingy, or people that are overly clingy, they can sometimes manipulate all your friends and family away from you as well. Like, they can do this thing where they're always around, and then they make you feel like, oh, they're the only ones that care about you.
Yeah.
And that your friends and family don't care about you as much as they do because they're always seeking attention from you. And so that's another form of like very like big, like flashing red flags, manipulation right there. That clinginess. Oh, you don't spend enough time with me. Why are you going to be with your boys? And then people in your social circles are like, bro, we don't want you to come to boys' night because we know you're going to bring your missus with you anyways.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then that starts causing frictions in other relationships that you've probably had for a longer period of time.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, if your missus is going to be around all the time, just don't come to boys' night at all. And then it goes from not coming to boys' night at all to just cutting things off.
Yeah.
You know? And then before you know, and you come to realize, fuck, all the positive relationships and things that you had around you is gone.
Yeah. Look, I'll be the first one to say, like, whatever you do in your relationship, that's you.
Yeah.
Like, if that works for the two of you,
so
do it.
So be it, do you.
So be it. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, that's shit, that's this, that's that. Because, like, I can tell you now, I know there are people out there that, you know, look at us and be like, they're gross, like, they're too much, like, you know, whatever. Like, I couldn't give a shit what people think about us, and, like, neither should you guys. Like, you shouldn't care. If you're in a relationship and you know that there are people out there who are jealous, number one. Number two, think your relationship is disgusting because, you know, you just look so perfect and all that. Like, we cop it all the time from people. Like, I know I do. I could go out I'll go out for coffee with some girls.
Don't worry about the couch.
Girlfriends, whatever. And like, or even like people that I bump into here and there. Oh, you and Frankie look so perfect. No, we fucking don't. I mean, like, in a photo, yeah, we look nice in a photo when we're posing on Instagram saying, oh, yeah, we're at a birthday or we're going out.
But you don't know even if we had a massive argument
you
before
don't
we even
know
left
shit.
the door.
Like, a photo is just face value.
We could have taken that photo and then had a massive argument afterwards.
Exactly. And I can guarantee you that there are photos on both of our Instagrams that we're like, oh, yeah, let's post a photo. We look nice. I can guarantee you we've had an argument, we've had a disagreement, something's happened before, after, or during, even during the photo.
Yeah.
Like, it's like you can't look at a photo of someone or see a couple and just think, yeah, they're perfect.
Yeah.
There's no such thing. And like, whether you think they're perfect or they're not perfect, whatever you think, just keep it to yourself. You don't know what the fuck's happening.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we've been through so much as a couple, and people probably don't assume that because we always look so happy and we're always so positive, and, you know, we're smiling in our Instagram photos.
But I think
we're not fighting in public.
But I was just going to say, I think it's also because we don't air our dirty laundry or we take all our problems to other people when we have situations.
No.
We talk about it amongst ourselves, because there's a lot of people that are quick to run to their boyfriends or their boyfriend's circle, like their men group or their girlfriends, and gossip about what's going on in their relationship, which I think is very toxic, and it's a big no-no. You know?
I think there's a difference between asking for genuine advice when you're in a time of need to gossiping and just talking and just shit talking your partner.
Yeah.
If you're at that point, you might as well not be together.
But
honestly.
then again, that leads into a good question, right? I was going to ask, why do we stay in bad relationships then, right? If things are not great, because things like that are happening where you're always arguing, you're always fighting, but yet you know it's wrong, and you know that it's not healthy, and you know that that's not, the both of you don't need that. You just need to go your separate ways.
Yeah.
But yet we still choose to stay in those relationships.
Yeah.
Right? Is it because of like trauma bonding? Because like you could both have like a lot of traumatic shit that's happened to the both of you in your individual lives. You've come together, and now it's like you've got each other as a support system.
Yeah.
And now the fear of, oh, fuck, if I don't have this person, then, you know, who am I going to turn to with all my traumatic shit? But also they know all this shit now that they can leave with about me and potentially use against me if they really wanted to. You know, and then you have the fear of just being alone in general. Yeah. Right? So there's literally a lot of people that would rather be unhappy, stay in a relationship where they're not happy, but they're okay just because they need somebody to be around.
Yeah, look, I can speak on that. Like, before I met you, like, I obviously was dating people. Yeah. So I'll speak on this. Are you comfortable for me to speak on this?
I don't care.
I don't care either if you have an example. But like, I was young, dumb, immature, didn't know what I wanted, didn't know if I wanted to settle. Like, I was young, as if I'm going to settle as a fucking young teenager. But having met, like, I was seeing a guy for a very short time because I realized what was going on. But it's like, I knew as a person I wasn't fully developed. I I wasn't, you know, fully mature. I wasn't fully happy with myself as a person, right? And then meeting a guy who was kind of on the same level of like, I'm young, I'm dumb, I'm doing stupid things just to make myself happy. When we were together, it was like things are really, really good. And then like,
but I don't want to do something to fuck it up as well.
Yeah. It's like, I know what he's gone through and I know what he is still going through. So there was always that thing of like walking on eggshells, but he's told me that I'm the best thing that's ever happened to him. So it's like, I can leave, be safe, be happy, not walk on eggshells, right? Yeah. But then at the end of the day, he's losing me. And he's told me all this stuff like, oh, you're the best thing ever, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And then I leave and then he fucking does a whole 180. Yeah. So it was a sticky thing of like, what do you do? Yeah. Like it's like you're feeding off each other's trauma.
Yeah. Which is very wrong. And
like one party would always have that little bit of fear, like if I leave this person, what the fuck's gonna happen?
Oh, what's going to happen to them? Yeah, because
what's going to happen to me and what's going to happen to them? Yeah, and then what happens if we bump into each other in public? Yeah. Then what?
Yeah, and there's also been a lot of times where you hear people say, "I'm going to unalive myself if you leave." Like that for me, toxic. Yeah, because that for me, that's psychological manipulation. Yeah. If you're willing to go to that extent, you know, to keep somebody around, yeah, you're not doing yourself any favors. You're not doing that person's not doing themselves. You need
professional help at that point.
Yeah. But it also comes down to the belief of also I can change them. You hear people say that as well.
Yeah, I can change them or I can fix them.
I can fix them.
Bro, yeah. You're not
Bob the Builder, brother.
If you don't have any qualifications in, you know, like psychology or like you're not a doctor, I wouldn't be going around using that as an excuse to stay in something that you know is not going to pursue for a long time
or end well in general. Because even the doctors and the psychologists, unless you're a surgeon, maybe you can fix something, but realistically, things that are psychological and mental, you can't fix that, right?
No.
That's something somebody needs to go and seek support out for themselves.
Yeah. And honestly, like I'll just put a disclaimer, there is no shame in getting support and help if you need it. Yeah. Because it's like, if you don't get the help and support, you're just going to keep getting worse. You can't help yourself. If you have that inkling in you that you're like, I need help, I need to find that support, and you can't get it through people that are around you,
reach out.
Take that leap and, you know, look, like go to your doctor or go to like...
Speak to someone.
Go to a professional who can recommend services to help you, because as soon as you have that awakening that you want to help yourself and you do that and you start changing as a person and you're getting happier, like your life is just going to flourish and blossom into something that you've wanted for so long. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. But I was also going to say that by you focusing on yourself and self-care and taking care of yourself mentally, you know, you can also pass that on to other people. So when you do hear somebody say, oh, I can fix them. No, it's not your responsibility to be fixing them. You can't fix anyone. Focus on yourself, trying to be the best version of yourself so you can give that to that person as well. Yeah. And hopefully, you know, you can encourage and support them to seek the help as well, because you know what it's like, or what is previously was like to be in a position like that. Yeah. So people need to like lose this, I can fix them. No, you can't fix anyone.
Yeah.
Focus on, you know, you're dealing with yourself, getting your mental state right, your health right, before jumping into another relationship or anything else. Because you see that a lot of the time. People are like, they've gone through a heartbreak from their previous relationship and they haven't seek counseling or haven't spoken about what happened, and they just haven't had any like...
Yeah, I think it's important. If you feel that there's a need to seek help, like...
Do it. You know, go with your gut feeling.
Follow that gut feeling and just do it, because... There's nothing worse than not doing it and feeling more regret and more sadness to like add to what you're going through. Yeah. So it is very important. Like, I don't know. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. If you've been in this is where I think you can't fix your partner. Yeah. You can help them.
You can support
them. If something's happened and you've been together for such a long time, like years, right? And shit hits the fan, life happens, something bad happens,
shit always
right?
happens. Yeah.
You can't sit there and say, I'm going to fix you, babe. It's the whole thing of, we're going to go through this together. I'm going to support you. We're going to, you know, support each other. I'm going to have your back. We can talk about it. You can't fix anyone. Like, you cannot fix a person, number one, unless they want to be fixed. Like,
even if they want
to. Helped, like supported. Right?
Support is the word.
Sorry, you can't support someone unless they want it, number one. Number two, if your partner's going through something, you just have to have that reassurance. Because at the end of the day, like you're going to be together for life, yeah?
Yeah.
You've got to, you know,
have each other's back.
You've got to show that. Yeah. And my final point, I forgot.
Hold on, just 1 sec. I'm going to close the window.
Okay. I'm going to talk to the people, Frankie, while you close the window. Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's important. If you feel like you need to get that support, just do it. Bite the bullet and go. Like, I'm pretty sure as well, like, you know, Australia is amazing with, like, you know, all their funding. But I'm pretty sure through your GP you can do this thing called a care plan. Yeah,
it's called a mental health care
plan. Yeah. Which I know a few people that have done it, and it's been great because I think you get like 4 free sessions or 4 heavily discounted sessions, and then after that you pay it. But sometimes you only need those few sessions just to get shit off your chest.
But also, this is not just in regards to relationships. Yeah, this could be about anything. This could be about trauma. Just trauma in general. Because the crazy thing is that people experience trauma on a day-to-day basis, and they don't even know it until you know they see something that brings back that trauma, and then they lose it, and people don't understand around them, like, what the fuck is going on? You know. So I think looking after your mental health, especially in a relationship, is so important because you need each other, especially if you have a healthy relationship.
100%.
Again, comes back to you can't fix anyone. Focus on yourself first, and then hopefully that'll have a rippling positive effect as well.
I highly recommend that.
So since we've been talking about like being in a healthy relationship or when things are toxic, right? How do you detox from a toxic relationship? Like,
I don't know.
So meaning you've just come out of a toxic relationship and it's, let's say, for years and years and years, right?
You can speak on that, not me.
You for years and years and years, and all you know is all these toxic traits that you've gotten from out of this relationship, right? How do you now be like, oh shit, like, you know, that wasn't normal, I get it, but I've got all these things that I've come out of that relationship with that are not healthy. How do I like now go against that and reverse that and try and learn what a healthy relationship is? I think the first thing to do is self-care, right? For not jumping straight back into another relationship. Maybe start going to the gym, looking after your health, looking after your body, start eating well, start taking more time out for yourself. Maybe
go get a massage.
Go on that trip you've always wanted to go on, but your toxic partner your toxic ex, you know, used to put you off. Because again, life's meant to be lived, you know. I feel like through doing those things and obviously seeking like counseling if you do need that, through doing those things, you're going to come across and you're going to find that maybe what you were experiencing, that was just something different, you know, like there's more to life than just being toxic all the time, that there is good things out there is good people out there. Because majority of the time what I've seen with other people is that they don't do these things, they don't prioritize self-care, they jump straight back into a relationship, and then when they come across somebody that's healthy, that's good, that's positive, that's good for them, they're looking for toxic traits in that person. And then when they don't get it, it's a bit of a shock, like, oh, this is strange. Because they've never known anything healthy, right? So for example, it's like they do something without you telling them to do it. It's like, oh, this is odd. Or they clean the dishes while you're sitting on the couch, or they clean the house, or they open the door for you. It's like, what is this stuff? Like, you know, if you've never experienced what a healthy relationship is like, it's going to be so not normal to you. And then you're even going to start questioning them and their act of kindness is like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you doing these things for me? That's what you do when you care about your partner. You know what I mean? So, like, do you have anything to say on that? It's a little bit of a grey area.
Well, I'm just thinking like from my previous like experiences, basing it off that. Like Frankie was my first ever proper boyfriend, right? Like I have little flings here and there. I wouldn't consider them shit, but when he first asked me out and stuff, I wasn't questioning everything. It was more like, I hope this isn't too good to be true.
Yeah, because a lot of the times it's too good to be true.
Yeah, because I was like, oh my God, like, why is he being so nice? Like, this man has no job, no money, right?
Brokey!
Oh, stop. I'm not saying it in that way.
I'm joking.
I'm just saying he's got no job, no money, but he's still going above and beyond to, you know, do things for me, see me. Like, he always had a way to come and pick me up. Like, remember that day? I think your mum took your car to work.
Yeah.
And we were meant to spend the day together. I don't know where this man, he plucked a car out of his ass from someone and he picked me up.
I'm the plug, yo.
I don't know. Like, he found a car. Like, he always found a way. And at the start, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I've told him that. The whole time I was like, this is too good to be true. Like, how is this man dedicating so much to just see me?
But that's normal though, right? Like, it comes back, if you haven't experienced something positive, you're going to question positive shit that happens.
That's the thing. I was questioning a lot of stuff that he was doing. I don't know if he was questioning stuff that I was doing. I never asked.
I wasn't questioning anything. I was just being me.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying...
Don't worry about the couch. People don't care about the color of the couch.
All right. But yeah, there was a lot of things where I was like, this is too good to be true. This is too good to be true. Yeah. I remember feeling so defeated. This is a bit of a TMI situation. Yeah. But when we did it for the first time, what did you say to me? And I literally almost started crying.
So,
bro, the way I looked at this man like he was the devil.
She was going to kill me.
I was going to kill him.
I turned and I looked at him like, you're not my girlfriend anymore, right?
And I looked at him and I'm like, I was like, you fucking dog. He used me.
And I was just like, and then I turned around and looked at him like, you're going to be my wifey now. And then she was like, oh my God. Like, she was about to kill me.
That moment when he said that, I'm like, literally everything that led up to this moment was a lie, was bullshit. I knew it was too good to be true. Do you know how many thoughts were going through my brain after you said that?
Yeah.
I had tears in my eyes. I remember laying there and I'm like, oh my God. Every single thing you could imagine that I was, you know, not putting in my head, but feeling, because I was, you know, first time proper boyfriend. I'm like, I knew it. I should have listened. Oh my God, my heart was right.
But also it's like, you kind of like justified, you came to a conclusion straight away, because it's like you were low-key looking for that though.
Because I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah, and that's totally
it.
normal.
I'm like,
though.
That's it. He's used me for sex.
You can say we're adults here.
I know. He's used me for sex. That's it. I'm done. He's done what he needs to do, and that's it. He was like, bye, Felicia. That's what went through my head. You know when fucking they kicked her out of the apartment in Straight Outta Compton? That's what I was like, that's it. Bye, Felicia. That's it. Because I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, but
it's all been a lie.
Yeah, and then 7 years later, I'm still here. So
I know.
But I do get that feeling, and people probably do feel like that a lot of the times, to the point where they just accept it and be like, oh well.
It's sad.
It's really sad. And I told you that day, I was like, oh my God, like I was joking. But the fact that you think like that is really sad, and that shows you a lot of like how far we've come in dating, to the point where it's not like what our parents used to have, you know. You get with somebody and you stay together and you build a life and you do things together. No, it's like ever since sex became so easily accessible, you know, genuine feelings and good behaviors and just wanting to be there for someone, just it all went downhill. You know what I mean? And obviously I can't speak for the majority of people that are doing the right thing. Sorry for the wrong thing, but I can speak for us, because I know that, you know, that was not our situation. That's why we're so lucky, because we don't have to deal with the shit in 2025, especially with the way dating is. Like, I'm being real. Like, if I had to date in this economy, I'm like, fuck it. Like, save my money, go on a holiday, and not deal with the drama and the bullshit. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I just think we're really lucky. Like, we've come a long way. I'm not sitting here trying to be all cringe and shit, but we've come like so far as people as well. Not just like as a, you know, a union.
Yeah.
Like as partners.
Yeah.
Like just as people as well. Like as we've gotten older, like we've changed.
But we're learning, but we still have a long way to go, and there's so much to learn, you know? That's all part of what?
I saw a TikTok which I think is relevant here, and like in a different way, like when you look at it. There was this video and this girl was filming her mum and her mum was doing her makeup, and her makeup looked shocking.
Yeah.
Like it was like bad makeup.
Yeah.
And it was the
bad makeup.
The caption was something like, be kind to your mum because it's her first time in this life as well.
Oh, okay.
And I started crying.
Fuck.
I know, I'm getting tears in my eyes now.
Fuck.
Be kind to your mum. Oh my God, I'm full crying because it's her first time in this life.
Yeah.
I'm crying on the podcast, people.
You're allowed to cry. You got feelings and emotions.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know my point here. It's like it's your first time. It's your partner's first time in this life too.
Yeah.
And yours as well. So it's like you have to go through that journey together.
But I think the messaging you're trying to say is just be kind to each other. Like,
yeah.
Because some people have got it better than others. Like, we may have it better than other people may have it better than us, but your experience is your experience. Nobody else can take that away from you. You know what I mean? So you got to be present and be kind to each other, regardless if you're in a relationship or whatever it is that you're in, you know?
Yeah.
It could be co-parenting. Be kind to one another. Like, co-parent together, make it work, you know, for the sake of your kid, and just be, you know, mutual and respectful, because at the end of the day, you're their parents. Like, that's just another example, because that's probably something that doesn't even get spoken about, even when people co-parent, you know, and they're continuously fighting and they're showing all these toxic traits. Yeah, you guys are going up against each other, but guess who's watching in the background? Your kid. And that kid is going to have to take that trauma on and live with it as well.
Yeah.
And then it can start a cycle. So whatever it is that you do, relationship, workplace, friendship, co-parenting, just be kind to each other, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And don't forget, all love, no hate. And when we get to 100 subscribers, I'm getting it tattooed on me somewhere.
Yes. But yeah, make sure to like and subscribe if you've enjoyed today's episode.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah,
this bitch just started crying on the podcast. If that's not worth a like and a subscribe and a share and a comment and an everything,
yeah. she's crying.
He deals with it like every day.
She's crying for you guys.
I cry all the time, and it's something that he like has learned to put up with, because I'm a very emotional human.
Yes, and that's part of your trait.
It is.
And then there's me. I don't cry at all, which is I don't cry as much as I need to, but anyways. But yes, guys, thank you so much for joining us on today's episode.
Thank you for joining us, everyone.
We've had some really good, in-depth conversations, and let's keep having them, you know?
It was very good, very deep.
Yeah.
Which is very good.
When conversation stops happening, then, you know, there's your problem. That's when there's real problems.
Yeah.
So we're adults. We need to keep having these adults conversations, because no one's got to figure it out. We're all trying to figure it out. And
it's everyone's first time in this life.
That's the quote of the day.
It's my crying quote of the day. That's what made me cry.
Yes.
But yeah, I think talking is very important.
Yeah. But with that being said, Chloe started off the podcast with an introduction.
Do you want me to end it?
Yeah, you can end it.
Oh, were you going to end it?
I was going to end it, but you can end it.
Kumbaya. No. I'm not going to sing Kumbaya. I'm just going to say thank you for joining us, as usual, every second Sunday with your two... what was I going to call us?
I don't know what you're going to call us, but you're going to call us something.
The gruesome twosome will call us.
Yeah, nah.
I don't know. No, thank you for joining us once again. We will see you in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks? In a fortnight.
In a fortnight.
Thank you for joining us. If you enjoyed the episode, like, subscribe, share the episode with someone who you think might, you know, enjoy us talking shit.
And rate it on Spotify as well.
Yeah, give us a rating.
Yeah, but if you can relate to anything as well, DM us, hit us up. You know, let's continue this conversation, because
definitely,
obviously, share what you're comfortable to share.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have like a I can't talk, but yeah, whatever you're comfortable to share with us. And yeah, let's keep trying to grow this community, guys.
Definitely. Well, enjoy your Sunday, everyone.
And kumbaya. We out.
All love.
No hate, baby. We out.
Bye.
Nice.
I cried on the podcast, Frankie.
Oh, conversation was juicy.
I cried on the podcast.
And you're allowed to cry. Be kind to your mum because it's her first time in this life.
Shut the fuck up.